Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, my name is Peter, and this is episode 130, I think. Yeah, it's 130 of Conservatish. My name is Peter Edgar Feliciano. I'm going to be your host today, as I always am. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening. Make sure you hit that like button. Share it with your friends, please. And, yeah. Welcome to my new place. I fucking moved into Manhattan. There's a lot going on. Not only am I extremely excited, but I also thought of suicide earlier today. How real do you want to get on the show? I could probably lie and say everything's alright, but I won't, cause I'm a nice guy. So yeah. And I feel a bit like I'm what's the Blair Witch Project? I think I'm like, because I'm doing it in front of a candle for all those who are listening on Spotify. Hey. So yeah, I moved into a new place. Very exciting. I'm gonna put this candle off of the ledge so I don't die. But I am going to walk around with this attached to my... There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of stats. I am 3 weeks, and off of off of cigarettes, and so that's pretty fucking amazing. I am also officially in my new place. Let's take a quick tour. How's that sound? So that is one of my windows. That is the second window. That is an air mattress until I get my bed on probably Friday, hopefully. And then there's an AC machine. There's all my stuff. Hopefully there's my guitar. This is my wall. So this is a good amount of space. It's pretty nice, actually. 12 by 12. And let's see what else. There's a door. And then this is, you'll never really get to see the rest of this, except all of my, I have two roommates, and both of them are out of town because of coronavirus, because the Chinese refuse to wash their hands, so everyone has to move and die. So here's where all the shoes go, which is nice. I'm not wearing shoes, and I do have just one hole in my sock, which is nice. This is like a button thing that you press to let people into your place, which is nice. I already killed my first cockroach, which is cool. It was a big fucker. Holy shit, it was big. There's a refrigerator and a bathroom. Actually, quite a nice, weird little bathroom. Let's make sure there's no cockroaches. Okay. There's a toilet, and then like a little V. It goes into the sink and other thing area. There's me in the mirror, sexually, and then some cleaning supplies, and that's that. What else? Here's the kitchen. Big, nice kitchen, nice size. This is actually, there's a washer here. Let me unplug because my there's a washer and dryer in one unit. I have never seen one of those before, but I am a poor man. Some sage. I already saged the place. And some airborne, because corona. And the most important ingredient that one can have... this is for all you white people in the room. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called adobo. Okay? You put this on fucking everything. Okay, welcome to Puerto Rico. Now, so that's the place. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I like it. I fucking really, really like it. And so as soon as another mirror, and as soon as I signed the agreement on Saturday, I got a call yesterday from my job saying that I cannot come in until possibly April 12th. All restaurants are shut down, essentially, in New York. So we're all, it's a little fucked. It's a little crazy, especially because I just signed a new goddamn lease. But it's okay. Some other important stats coming up. And don't worry, I don't want you to worry about like, oh, is Pete gonna commit suicide? I literally thought, I was like, I can't get a gun. I can't get a gun. You know what I mean? Because I don't have the money to buy a gun. I mean, I guess if I forwent rent, then I could, because I guess I'm really not going to need it. You know, I guess it's kind of breaking the lease to kill yourself. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this weirdly dark. Oh, by the way, I am still. I finally am eating healthy today. So I am going to be losing weight. It is 4 stories up, by the way. All walk up. 4 floor walk up. So I don't have space or time to eat the way I've been eating the last 3 weeks. I think I honestly have gained probably 20 pounds in the last 3 weeks, but that's okay. Gonna get better. It's all right. Oh, there's a little bit of steak in that one. What else? Yeah, but I don't want you to worry. It's just the incredible difficulty of life. That's all. I'm actually recording this on my bed now, on my mattress. So, why has life been so weird? Well, it's been weird because I quit smoking, and that makes people feel things. I don't know if anyone else has ever felt things after getting rid of the thing that helps them not feel. And then also living, moving into Manhattan finally, and changing their whole life and having the most impossible commute that anyone's ever had forever. No. It's been heavy. There's a lot of heavy shit going on, and I think the quitting of the smoking really kind of exacerbates all of that and makes it more dramatic than it actually is. But I also have a lot of love around me showing up and supporting me. There are a lot of musicians and comedians and restaurant workers right now, people who live sometimes paycheck to paycheck, sometimes last paycheck to last paycheck. So think of your friends, put a call out to them. If you can't support them financially, I just Venmo'd my sweet little Jefferson Berge because he did a great live performance online because he couldn't perform at Scopo Divino on Monday night like he always does. So I Venmo'd him at Jefferson-Berge. My Venmo is Peter-Feliciano, or you can support me by signing up for my Patreon, which is once a month, $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever, and you get access to specific things that I specifically share only with you, both from my art as well as probably the most disgusting and wretched memes that one could ever come across. I save it specifically for them because I heart them more than you. I literally do heart. I love my Patreon members more than I love you, whoever you are listening right now. You don't matter. I'm just kidding. I love you too. But yeah, so think of your friends and your colleagues who are not able to work right now because of the corona, because Chinese people don't want to wash shit. And just send them, Venmoing, or just text them and call them, see how they're doing. Dig in a little bit. I had a great little conversation with Zabrana Bastard actually a little bit ago. We're all going through stuff, and it's really good to check on each other and love on each other during this time. There is a certain spiritual group that I have talked sometimes about, and it's a very spiritual group where people get together and not drink, and they help each other to not drink and not commit suicide as well. Because, it turns out when you stop doing the thing that makes you not feel, you have feelings. And that group was actually started right at the very tail end of the Great Depression. So, and it was actually maintained during World War II. Some horrible shit. So I think that love shines when we least expect it. I think that when we have weird, horrible shit like this happening, I think we show up for each other in great ways. I was telling that to my aunt. I was like, yeah, it's been amazing, like how even though a lot of, there's been a lot of craziness, and it's easy to focus on, all the cunts buying up all the toilet paper and going crazy or whatever. But I have seen an incredible amount of love, an outpouring of love and support and resources. There's so many resources out there for people. There's a great resource for if you didn't see it on my social media. Oh, obviously you can find me, by the way, on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram, Peter_Feliciano. But you can, there's resources for musicians. How to, especially ones who have health insurance only barely because of their, so there's resources out there. Anyway, and I was telling her about that. I was telling my aunt about that, and she said, oh, you should have been here for 9/11. 9/11 was, people were apparently, literally, restaurant owners were just coming out with food for firefighters and for people. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Taking care of each other. There were people who were like going up to the fire department and saying, give me your clothes. I'm going to wash your clothes, because these fire department, these firemen and women couldn't go home. Like, this is some amazing love that shows up, even when we least expect it, So just stay positive and text to people, call people, love on people. And also, I think I'm going to be signing up for college, right? But college for music things. For specifically for audio production, because making that album, which is available on iTunes, Spotify. If you want to support your artist friend, your bald, half Puerto Rican artist friends, make sure you go subscribe to this podcast and go buy my album. All right. But also, making that album was ridiculously expensive. And worth it, but very, 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 very fucking expensive. And so if I could learn how to produce my own stuff, and if I could learn how to produce other artists' things, or maybe even work for NBC or work for Sirius, or do, just have that skill set, that would be fucking phenomenal. So that's what I'm doing. Because, right now I may have a job, I may not have a job. I don't know for a couple of weeks. The restaurant won't stay closed down unless we're all going to die anyway, so I probably still have a job. Although I wouldn't put it past the Chinese people to kill us all. Let's be fucking real. Come on now. They're lobbing heads off of chickens in the streets and just say, here, just buy this chicken. I'll put it in a fucking plastic bag and then cut off the next chicken head with the exact same knife. and you think nothing's going to happen from that? Anyway. I pissed off a few people with my Chinese rants, but I don't care, because I'm telling the truth. And I kind of look Chinese anyway. People aren't sure. People are like, he's not white, but I don't know if he's Mongolian. No, I am not Chinese. You can tell by by the size of my penis. I'm not Chinese. I don't know. It's been rough. I'm so happy that I have a place now to live, because, I've been sleeping on a couch for the last little while, until I could kind of get situated. And looking for places to live in New York is actually, it turns out, quite difficult to find the right place, because I would tour and tour and tour for the last 2 months. I've been just looking at rooms and getting on apps and looking at did you try the Facebook Gypsy, roommate? Yes, I fucking tried it. Thank you for sharing a resources. I don't need another resource to dunk my head into. Sorry, people are just trying to be helpful, but it was fucking insane, and expensive, and did not know what the fuck was going to happen regarding finding a place, but I found it, and it definitely works for me. And it's expensive, but hopefully I can get get my job back in working order, and I'm gonna be all right. People have been randomly Venmoing me, and because they love me and they love what I do. People have been texting me and calling me and checking on me, and I've been able to text and call and check on others, So I think we're doing all right, kids. I know I didn't have an episode yesterday, but I just didn't. I couldn't. So now you get this one, this short episode. Because of the space over there, see that space in that room there? I'm actually going to be setting up, hopefully, a nice little area to record podcasts right in here. So that's going to be cool. And, little resource, by the way, for those in New York who go to CVS, they don't have, I went over to CVS today, and they did not have paper towels. And I went over to the food market emporium or whatever the fuck, and they didn't have towels. And I was like, fucking paper towels, seriously? And then I walked right across the street to a bodega, and they had fucking tons of paper towels. So for those in Manhattan who are like, where do I buy? Don't worry, white people, go into a bodega. They're not going to kill you. They might kill you if you eat some of the chicken, but just buy paper towels in the bodega. Bodega. Actually, half-baked has been coming up a lot for some reason. Someone said, I was saying my back hurt. They were like, I guess you need a backiotomy. It was a good movie. Is it a good movie? I don't know. Remember those movies that you watched when you were like, getting high as a kid or an adult or whatever, everybody. Sorry. I forgot who I'm talking to. Remember those movies you used to watch that you thought were good, and then you watch them later and you're like, that was really bad, actually. Batman Forever, turns out, is a real piece of shit. And I don't know why I thought when I was a kid that this was an exciting thing. Probably because I was a kid. Anyway, I wonder if that's good. I'm a little afraid to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because I thought that was a great movie. It turns out later it was directed by Terry Gilliam, which is one of my favorite, or Gilliam, or whatever the fuck his name is, one of my favorite directors, so it's probably great. Requiem for a Dream is another one of those. Yeah, there's a bunch of those movies that I have not watched in probably 17 years. How else is everything? How are you? How are things with you? Comment below and let me know how you're doing. I don't know. I don't really know if there's much else I want to talk about or need to. How are you guys enjoying the show? Is there more you need from me? I'll share this. I was talking with someone recently. This is a very loving, look at this. For those of you on YouTube, this is a very hey Pookie. I was talking with someone recently. Actually, it's come up a few times. I was talking with people who were saying that I sound jaded on the podcast. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, listen, you're taking the ride. For those of you who have been on the CONSERVATISH podcast ride since the beginning, I love you and I applaud you. For those of you who are just joining us recently, welcome. But this is, I really just started it because I wanted to sound professional at the very beginning. I wanted to sound like a NPR, but better, like a real. But now it's kind of turned into something else now, for the last few weeks anyway. Or maybe Yeah, I think since I moved to New York, especially, the solo episodes have been much more personal, much more honest about what's going on, because I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot of personal trials and insanity and weirdness and ups and downs, and I finally am situated in New York, and so that's amazing. But yeah, it's been almost it's been 5.5 months since I've had like a home, so I finally have a home, and I'm very, very happy. But, it has been a real difficult time. So if I get a little fucking sorry, if I got a little fucking jaded, sorry if I get a little negative, if I rant about Chinese people and women, boo hoo. But it happens. What are you gonna do? I'm sure if you were going through your trying time and we carried microphones and cameras around with you at all times, you'd probably be a little nuts too. So we'd hear your racial rants instead of just mine all the time. Anyway, I'm really happy that things are looking up, even though I'm out of a job and so are you. And we're quarantined right now. This is quarantine face if there ever was one. This is especially this unshaven part, And yeah. So anyway, things are looking up. I'm gonna start possibly going to school. I'm gonna start doing more. I think this week I'm gonna release another one of these songs from the album release party. So go to my YouTube and check that out. Probably be out. So today, I'm releasing this on Tuesday, so I'll release it on Thursday. So there'll be a song, not sure which one. I think it'll be the Me song, but it might be Out of Sight. But I think I'm going to do the Me song because we had a good time. But also I'm going to put up the lyrics on the video, so because it's hard to hear sometimes. So anyway, there'll be a video from the album release party from back in September, so that's going to be cool. Check that out on my YouTube for all you Spotify people. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening and leave a review. I do have some fun guests coming up, I swear. One of them is, yeah, you'll see. I've said that a couple of times, but, sometimes people cancel. It's okay. All right, I'll just say who it was. Milo. I was going to have Milo Yiannopoulos on my show, but he hasn't been getting back to me, so it's very sad. I hope he gets less busy soon, or I get more famous, or both. So anyway, but yeah, I was going to have Milo Yiannopoulos. It was going to be I love that that would have been so much fun. Just a couple of gays. Anyway, I love you very much. More guests coming soon. More episodes possibly like this, but also less jaded, I think, maybe. Who knows? Every episode's different. So make sure you go follow me online, Instagram at Peter_Feliciano, Patreon at patreon.com/conservatish. And tag me in the shit and share it. And I love you very much. And eat a penis. Bye.